All right, baby, I just got text you.
Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place. I'll take a walk in grace. Where I am now.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Everette, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now.
Where I am now.
And if you'd like to see us live at WGPL 1350 Studio, WMVA 88.9 Joy Studio, all you have to do is go to Everette's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com, click Listen Live, or 1400 AM or WGPL 1350 AM. And guess what? You can hear us all over the world. And now I'd like to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, and WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go over to YouTube at Cristo Records 1. That's CRISTO Records 1. Click on our live shows and make sure you subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Shout you out.
Mr. E, how was your weekend?
Had a wonderful weekend. I just want to let everybody know. I thank everybody for coming out to the proton therapy clinic for the proton event they had over there. I want to thank all the men, all those African American men that came over there. My God, what a wonderful, wonderful turnout that was there at the Proton Therapy Clinic.
Absolutely. Even my husband, my son, my grandson, and his friend, they were out there. It was a great turnout.
It was a wonderful turnout, Miss Hinton. If you saw so many men, there was more than 100 African American men out there. Was more than 100 men out there because they came out there in scores.
Wow, that is absolutely fabulous. You all keep up the good work. Prostate cancer affects the African American community.
That's right.
In a big way, and so you all turning up like that and coming out is a plus. And a thank you for heeding the call. Actually,
they said about 1 of 8 people.
That's right.
1 of 8 men get prostate cancer,
and early detection is key.
Yeah.
I want to say good morning to Sheila Robbins. How are you, beautiful lady? And all you all that are on, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
So, Mr. E, this is our Monday Sports Talk.
Miss Hinton, we're waiting for our guest to jump in here. That Mr. Xavier Scott is our guest. He's one of the greatest football players out there. He was with the Carolina Panthers. So we're waiting for him to give us a call in. I mean,
Well, let's just talk about those that came there at the fair on the weekend. As a matter of fact, on Friday we had a wonderful NFL retiree, a former NFL player for the Ravens.
That's right,
And
Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, and that was absolutely fabulous. There was so many of them.
They was out there from
Name some of
Philadelphia
them.
Eagles.
Yes,
They had Greg Scott, who
Greg
played. He was
Scott.
drafted in 2002 with the Commanders. That was out there. They had our special guest, Mr.
Wow.
Xavier, who's
Wally Rayner
Raleigh Rayner was there.
He was our special guest on Friday.
That's right. Raleigh Rayner was there, along with Bruce Smith. He was there also.
Absolutely.
And guess what? The man of the hour, our special guest, Mr. Xavier Scott, is in the house. And a pleasant good morning, Mr. Scott.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. I want to introduce you to the host of our show, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. And Miss Hinton, this is Mr. Scott, the Carolina Panthers man.
How are you, Mr. Scott? Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for being on FYI Radio Show. Mr. E tells me a whole bunch about you. We have your bio. Mr. E, can you share some of his accomplishment? And then I want Mr. Scott to tell us where he's from, and we'll go on from there.
3-time MEAC Conference champion. SBN Black College Football National Champion, McDonald's Heritage Bowl Champion, 3-time MEAC Conference Player of the Week. He's a UDFA for the Carolina Panthers, entrepreneur, Vice President of Cover 3 Foundation Incorporation, and the CEO of Culture Shock, Mr. Xavier Scott.
Mr. Xavier Scott, you've done a whole bunch of things. Tell us where you're from, and let's talk about your journey in football.
Well, I'm actually born and I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia.
Yes.
Hey.
I was raised. Yes, ma'am. I was raised in Franklin.
Yes.
I graduated from Franklin High School. For your listeners that may not be too familiar with the Western Taiwan area, that's probably 45 miles west of Norfolk.
Oh, we know where it is.
So that's basically my roots, the Norfolk and Portsmouth and the Western Tidewater, Franklin area.
Absolutely. Now, Mr. Scott, when did you fall in love with football?
It was kind of strange for me early on because even though my mother put me into recreational sports when I was 8, 9 years old, but baseball actually was my first love because I was playing baseball, basketball, and football as a youth. Yeah. So I fell in love with football probably in middle school.
Wow.
And I just looked at the game and I realized early on this may be something that I might want to take serious because I think that I can, make this my life, so to speak, because I knew early, and I always tell the kids, because I'm always around kids and talking to the youth or whatever have you, and I always tell the kids, man, you got to identify what your passion is and turn your passion to your gift.
Wow. Did you feel like at that age you was built for something like that? Did you look the part? Did you look strong, healthy, or did you like working out or running? And what was it like at that age? And how do you kind of like connect football with who you are?
Well, I looked at it as a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I said I looked at it as a lifestyle because, I don't know what it was outside of God.
Wow.
God told me early on, like I said, I knew early on that I can make this my life. So yes. I basically turned athletics and specifically football into a lifestyle. I always made sure I ate as healthy as I possibly could, as clean as I possibly could. Always was working out outside of what I was told to do with coaches and whatever team was. So I did a lot of things to propel myself and motivate myself individually. And then I used to always bring those things, those tools that I used to propel myself individually. I just brought it to my team, whatever team that I actually played on at the time. And I just took it serious because, again, I understood that, okay, my body is different. You know, I'm a little taller than the rest of the kids. I move a little different, than the other kids. So, like I said, those little things, those attributes that I was blessed with, definitely made me realize early on, like, man, I can really make something out of this thing. So, you know, in a nutshell, again, once I identified that I need to take this game of football serious, I just turned it into basically a lifestyle for me. And I just put all the disciplines around that to make sure that I become successful.
That is marvelous. Tell us a little bit about your football journey.
Well, my football journey started with the Mustangs. You know, shout out to Coach Carter with the Mustangs. That's my first football journey. I realized then that, you know, the game of football is the ultimate team sport because the guy to the right and the guy to the left of you guys need each other every snap. You can't do this game alone. You can't be quote unquote the man by yourself.
Yes.
So everybody has to do their 111. And then I matriculated into to high school, and Franklin High School, and Tidewater, Southeastern Virginia, the western part of Tidewater. I played the position of quarterback. All region, all state, all district.
Wow.
I have a couple of school records at my high school, at Franklin High School. And then from there, I matriculated to Hampton University. That's Division I school in Hampton, Virginia. I had a great time and a great experience at Hampton University. I also played one season at Mississippi City State University also.
All right.
And from there, I had the opportunity to play for the Carolina Panthers. I was an undrafted free agent for the Carolina Panthers. And that experience basically told me that whatever you set your life goals as early on in your life, and you continue to work at it and chip away at it, it's eventually going to happen for you, along with prayer and along with the big fella upstairs.
That's right.
That is absolutely
you know, Mr. Scott, I began to listen to which undrafted player. That means that you walked on and showed up and showed out and became one of the greatest players one could ever wants to be. I don't want to say also, I want to thank you so much for having the opportunity to take pictures with you yesterday on Saturday, and also for the cause. Tell our listening audience how you felt about being one of the great leaders to help talk about proton therapy.
It was just so refreshing. It was so heartwarming because the big C word is affecting almost 1 out of 3 households in the country. Yes. So that C word is definitely a thing that's near and dear to my heart, because like I alluded to the audience on Saturday at the men's prostate cancer health awareness event at Husky, that my mom is a 2-time cancer survivor. So I knew early on, again, she got diagnosed when I was 14. So I was like, I've been educating myself and also getting educated from her doctor since I was 14 years old about cancer. So I knew when I was 37, doctors, would tell us, wait until you're 45, or wait until you're 50, or wait until you're 40. I knew that I couldn't wait that long to get screened for prostate and colon and everything like that. So I started getting screened at the age of 37 because again, I was affected directly in my home through my mom. And by the grace of God, once again, my mom is 72 years old, and she's still with us by the grace of God.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
I just felt as though, I wanted to do my small duty to be an impact whichever way I can to deliver this message to our men. And also, again, our women as well, because they, some women are caretakers for their brothers, their uncles, their husbands, their or whatever have you. So, but I just wanted to do my small part any way I can to make sure that the message and the word gets out. And anything that I, could possibly do, I want it to be available. So I'm very passionate about that.
Yes.
And I'm just, happy that everyone came out. It was a few hundred, 200-300 men that showed up at that event. And that was just a beautiful thing to see. And I'm truly, truly eternally grateful.
Well, we thank you so much for all that you do. And you all, along with the Proton Therapy People, Hampton Institute, you all just did a wonderful, fabulous job. Thank you for what you do for the community. And thank you for being on FYI, because this is our Monday Sports Talk. And I tell you, well, wait, Mr. E wants me to interrupt this program to talk about his hat. Now, Mr. Scott, I don't even know if you want to even touch on the subject yet. Mr. E tried to mess me up. But can you at least say something about the hat, Mr. Scott? What did you think about that hat that Mr. E was styling?
He had a hat on that was the color of blue. He was
But look,
the hat was blue. It had some sort of star.
It had something on it. But Mr. Scott, isn't that a mess? But we're going to talk about him. We're going to put him on the back burner right now with that star. But Xavier, can you please tell us your team, your NFL team? Who do you follow? Who do you cheer?
The Carolina Panthers gave me an opportunity.
Yes.
I'm going to always be indebted and eternally grateful to the Carolina Panthers. So the Carolina Panthers is my football team. But growing up, I was a Washington fan.
What?
God.
Oh my goodness! And look, we have a viewer that just said, "GM, hail to the Commanders." Oh my goodness, this is marvelous. Look, we're gonna talk about the new season, and I want to know your opinion so far. Last week, week 1, they kicked off, and I thought it was fabulous. Tell me what your thoughts are about the new season, the NFL season.
I think this season is going to be exciting this year. The reason why I say that is because a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah.
Trades and free agents, things of that nature. And then I truly believe that it's going to be a few surprising teams that make an impact this year. We saw week 1, Detroit Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those particular games, I think will happen more often this year because of a lot of the moving pieces and a lot of the old regime, so to speak. People are starting to catch on to what they actually do well. And they're starting to take away things that they actually do well. Granted, Travis Kelce was out. He was out. He's a big part of Kansas City. However, they still have the best quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. But Detroit came into Kansas City and they stood on their business. They went out there with a victory. So I think we'll see some of those games more often this year. And I think that that's refreshing because, again, when Tom Brady was with New England, everybody basically knew who was going to the Super Bowl from the AFC. Wow. So those particular things for me, I look for the excitement versus the monopolizing of whatever team that continues to just run through the league. So absolutely. I just think it's going to be a great season.
I want to talk about the Commanders real quick, and they are off on a great start.
Absolutely. My cousin actually played for the Commanders, the former Redskin, Greg Scott.
Greg Scott, he's going to be one of my special guests.
Washington Commanders. So.
Absolutely.
So I'm always going to be, rooting for them, not just, that was team that I liked growing up, but family members, he played with them and they gave him a shot also. He got drafted in the 6th round for the Commanders. For the Redskins, basically.
Yeah.
What do you feel about the Panthers? Where are they at this season? How are they playing?
We're not playing too well right now. Bryce Young, I think he has definitely a great upside. But again, when you have young guys coming out of college playing the position of quarterback, like Bryce Young is, we have to also remember that he's young, so we have to give him time. So right now we're not playing great football, but I think eventually we're going to get it together because again, Carolina has a great organization.
Yes.
They always believe in blue collar workers, so to speak.
Wow.
And our moniker in Carolina is just keep pounding.
Yeah.
That's one thing that they will always instill into their players to make sure that you're fully aware that you gotta keep pounding. So if they just continue to keep pounding and Bryce Young continue to mature in that pocket, I think we'll be fine.
Well, when we begin to look at Detroit and Seattle Seahawks on week 2, you said you gave them a lot of accolades on week 1. Now let's flip to week 2. They lost.
Oh.
Yeah.
They lost. So now they lost. But I want to go all the way to the T-top, to the best team in the NFL, the best team that's known all over the world, that need no introduction. You know, I want to go all the way to the top, the one that every team in the NFL and the AFL is trying to beat. You know, Scott, there's there's 33 teams. Why is it so that every team in the NFL and AFL want a piece of that star?
Now, look, Mr. Scott, give us your honest opinion about Dallas.
Go ahead, bro, Scott.
I will say this, that you guys you have a great marketing department.
That's right.
Oh my God! But I'm gonna continue to play for you.
Thank you so much. You know,
what do you think? I want to know, what do you think about this season for Dallas? Is that, you see them coming through? What's going to happen?
I tell every Dallas Cowboy fan every single year, they're gonna let you down when it counts.
Ooh.
As always, they're gonna you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be decent during the regular season. But when it counts, they're gonna let you down.
Well, that's what you say. That's what you say. But the thing about it is, we are doing a wonderful job. We're tearing them down. We on week 1. Nobody said anything about the score on week 1. Well, maybe I need to jog your memory on week 2.
Tell us, Mr. D, what was
and
it?
the score that the Cowboys beat the Jets was 30-10.
Was it 30 or 40?
30
on the
10.
first week.
40. It was 40 on the first week.
Okay.
Now on the second week it was 30-10. Mr. Scott, tell us what would you have done and the position that you played when it came to running against that fellow. What's his name? Number 11.
Who was it, Mr. Steve?
Michael Parsons.
You got it.
Yeah, and just to be totally honest, Michael Parsons is a special football player. He's special.
Yeah.
And here's the key that I talk about a lot. The key is the defensive coordinator for Dallas understands Michael Parsons' ability. Because what happens is you'll get a player like a Michael Parsons, what we call a tweener. He's too small to be a defensive lineman, but he's not as savvy when it comes to reading to be a linebacker. So the defensive coordinator understands his strengths and he aligns them up to be successful. That's why Michael Parsons, in my opinion, is basically doing what he's doing right now. Because I just truly believe, dealing with a guy like a Michael Parsons reminds me of LeVar Arrington.
Yeah.
LeVar Arrington, as we all know, he was always out of position. If LeVar Arrington had the opportunity like Michael Parsons, I think, in my opinion, could have been the exact same result, even though LeVar Arrington was who he was. But Michael Parsons is a special when you look at them special football players, how would you handle a Michael Parsons? Well, when I was there playing in the league, I played positional tight end. At the time, the hybrid tight end, such as myself, wasn't sexy, so to speak. Now it is. Travis Kelce, like I just alluded to earlier, Travis Kelce and those particular guys like that plays those hybrid tight end positions. But you would have to work for 4 quarters dealing with a Michael Parsons.
That's right.
That's something that whatever your paycheck was going to be on that Monday, you're going to earn that every cent of that.
That's right. I want to switch gears on you this morning. Right now, let's talk about some of your organizations that you are founder and vice president of. Let's talk about those.
So I'm vice president of Cover 3 Foundation, man, and Cover 3 Foundation, we reach, teach, and feed at-risk youth in after-school programs. So we mentor and we give them the healthy food and nutrition that their bodies need after school in Central Virginia as well as Southeastern Virginia. And right now, we're over 3.5 million healthy snacks and meals served since our inception, and we're right now going into year 14.
Absolutely fabulous. How did you start? What made you go into philanthropy?
Well, again, my cousin and I, he played for the Redskins and the Bengals. And when I was with the Panthers, we vowed to ourselves, we vowed to ourselves, whoever retires first or whoever can't play any longer first, let's, come back to our community, which served us so great, and just actually give back. So we didn't know in what capacity that it looked like. However, we knew that we wanted to come back to our community, which served us. Because at the time he was living in Cincinnati, obviously. He was living in Cincinnati, obviously, and I was still living in Charlotte at the time. So we communicated when we stopped playing. We moved back to Virginia, and we met up with a guy that we knew when we was at Hampton University together, Mr. Gary Singleton, rest his soul. Mr. Gary Singleton had an organization, and he was taking care of a lot of the youth in the city of Newport News. Yes. So we met up with Gary Singleton and his wife and talked about the opportunities that we can actually help our community as well in the same capacity as he was. So he gave us the information. We came back to the drawing board and we talked about it. And we researched. We got incorporated. We got our 501c3. We put our attorneys in place, and then the birth of Cover 3 Foundation Incorporated happened, and it all came from an idea that Greg and I had, and we wrote it on a sheet of paper, and we just made it a reality.
Absolutely. What is Cultural Shock? Is that the same organization, or is it something different?
Well, the Culture Shock is something different. The Culture Shock is a tech company that the CEO of the Culture Shock. We led out first with a film. We did a film that's called Our Daily Bread. It's on the life and the story, the documentary of Greg Scott's life, and we conveyed his journey from the beginning all the way until to date. Yes. So that was the first project that we released under the Culture Shock. And then right now also we currently have a podcast called the Culture Shock Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're on Instagram at The Culture Shock 19, culture with a K. And we are on Facebook, The Culture Shock, culture with a K. And what we want to do, and the message that we're trying to convey to the world on the Culture Shock Podcast is basically anything that you do in life, we just want to make sure that we present to people, that the folks that shocking culture, whatever industry, whatever culture that they're involved in. If you're in real estate, if you're shocking culture, we want to talk to you. If you're in sports, if you're shocking culture, we want to talk to you. What we mean by shocking culture is, no disrespect to anyone. Just for an example, let's just say if a real estate agent is selling, 50 units a month. That's very, very well, and you're helping a lot of families. But in our eyes, that's typically not shocking culture, because we have a multitude of individuals across the country that's selling 50 units a month. On the flip side of the coin, we look at industries such as real estate or whatever, you shocking culture, that you may go to a neighborhood and you rehab 3 or 4 homes, and you're putting underserved families in those homes. Section 8 families, single mothers, single fathers, military, things of that nature. That we just want to make sure that it's a different type of impact, whatever industry that you are actually embarking on. We want to make sure it's not traditional. Okay. So basically, that's the reason why we titled that venture The Culture Shock, because we definitely want to convey the message of individuals out here in the world shocking culture.
Absolutely. Well, we want to say thank you so much for being on this morning. We're going to make sure
Thank
your
you for
information
having me.
is out there for our friends and our listeners. You are a blessing. Thank you so much for all you do.
And we're not going to get
Thank
rid of
you
your
guys for having me.
And we're not going to get rid of your number neither. You know, we're going to see more of you, Mr. Xavier
And
Scott.
we're going to support.
Please stay in contact.
And we're going to do some great things together.
God bless you. Thank you so much again.
Thank you guys as well. Have a blessed day and continue shocking culture like you always do.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. You all come over here for a little bit and talk with us, and just have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you back here on Wednesday.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show. Our special guest has been none other than Mr. Xavier Scott of the Carolina Panthers, the Culture Shop, and Covered 3 Incorporation. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WPCE, WGPL, WMVA 95.3. Thank you so much for all that you have done. Have a wonderful day now, okay? Bye now.
Smile on my face.
Ooh, good morning again. I want to say good morning to Sheila Robbins again. We have someone on. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but we are not going to. We just want to say good morning. Anybody that's up here that wants to make a comment or subscribe or share, just put your name down there. We'll shout you out. But we want to say thank you to our special guest, Xavier Scott, Carolina Panthers, entrepreneur, philanthropist. I mean, doing a great thing in our communities and partnering with some great athletes. And it's just marvelous, Mr. E. You know, I'm so excited because that's what we're here for, to be a preservative. This is what all of us are here for, to contribute all the good we can to our community, to our world, to our families. And, you know, he is really hitting it on the head with doing the things that can help us to continue to be a better country, a better place, a better world.
And Miss Cindy, when you think about it, he's doing something that a lot of folks are not doing, putting back into their own neighborhood. He decided that after his pro career that he would come back and start an organization to help feed our community, to help, to help our community to rise above mere survival. He decided that what he was going to do is give back.
Absolutely. And that's what we're all here to do, to be a light, to be a preservative, to give back to the world the things that God has given us, to use our talents and to, develop ourselves for the good. It's important because, we see the opposite. We see in people doing, pulling down, trying to pull down our country, trying to pull down the good, trying to make right wrong and wrong right. This is what we're here for, to preserve our world, to give the light to a world that needs light. I really encourage everyone to start using their talents, no matter what it is. Xavier Scott, he plays ball. He's a philanthropist. You may be somebody that mentors or knows how to help and give a smile to someone. You may be someone that just, will give your money to a worthy cause. You may be somebody that's working hard in art, in theater, or doing something, in politics or in business. But use your gifts and your talents for the good, and don't work with those that want to tear down our democracy, our world, and don't want to contribute anything but darkness to the lives of people.
Ms. Hinton, and that's a great thing. And so I like everything that they're doing. I thought it was marvelous that they went out to Proton to help African American men to come on down to the proton therapy, get checked, get screened. It was amazing because we was looking at more than 100-man march. We was looking at more than 100 men that was standing in line, patiently standing in line to be screened, to get their prostate checked. We was looking at, and a lot lot of people were thinking about how they're going to do it, concerned about. I mean, they drew the blood and they give you the results later on. But my God, my thing was thank you all, brethren, for you all
Yes.
coming out there. It was very, very enjoyable just to be out there amongst the men.
And we will highlight some of the athletes that, professional athletes that were out there. They'll be on FYI
Yeah.
Radio Morning Show, and they're going to talk about their journey, their lives, and sports, and but above that, how they are giving back to the community and continuing to shine a light for those that need it. I wanted to go ahead and give an announcement
Yeah.
for you all. We have our date, of course, for Crystal Community Development Corporation's anti-bullying rally. It's Our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now. And
Yeah.
we need the whole community to hold up the light. We need the whole community to come out and support, because this is what I'm talking about as far as the darkness. Bullying is a dark thing. Bullying is everywhere. Bullying is not child's play, but it's a dark thing that has taken over the world, not just a little place, not just in one place, but it covers the world. We find so many people that have been attacked by bullies. They have been victims of bullying. We have so many bullies that need help. We have those that are bystanders that need to understand that their voice is important to help cure this thing called bullying. And so, Mr. E, what is the date? What is the information that we need?
Well, the date that old folks need to put on their calendar is October the 21st. Mark your calendars now. That's Our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now. Let's put a stop to bullying. You know, that's 1765 South Military Highway in the city of Chesapeake, Virginia.
Yes.
It starts at 11 o'clock a.m. And if you want to be a part of, all you have to do is email or drop a letter or drop your email to crystalcommunity@cox.net. That's CRISTO community, COMMUNITY or you can call 757-470-0224. Oh, it's going to be 0224. I'm sorry. It's going to be pandemonium there. There's going to be banner competitions, dialogue with speakers, talent, puppet shows, activities, and giveaway. And don't forget to get your book signed. Book signed by none other than Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton. Bullying is right underneath your nose.
All right. We are looking to see you there. It's for the family. It's for your kids, students. It's for your organization, youth groups, church groups. Come on out. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. The dark things that have to be dissipated, have to be torn down. These things do not make well-rounded families. They do not make a well-rounded child. Bullying is a cancer. It is a disease. It will tear a family, a child, a community, a world down.
That's right.
We want to find, answers. We're going to have the pizza and a dialogue. We're going to have speakers. We're going to have people that really want to let you know that we need to band together, come together, and we need to rally against bullying. Also, there's going to be a banner competition. Now, you all can go on my page right now. I'll have it throughout social media and also Our Community Against Bullying page, and get the QR code. You can actually register right there. When you scan that QR code, I will put it up there again on today. You all can get that registration done, and we can find out how many are going to be out and supporting this worthy cause. So the October 21st, 11 a.m. in Chesapeake, the anti-bullying banner competition, first place, $150, $75 for the third place. Second place is $100. And just register. You can call 757-287-6792, or you can reach out at our email, crystalcommunity@cox.net.
That's what it's all about, Miss Hinton. Listen, that telephone number again is 757-470-0224. Our Community Against Bullying, a call to action. Now, mark your calendar. Do it right now. Go to your calendar, open up your phone, highlight this date, October the 21st at 11 a.m. at 1765 South Military Highway in the city of Chesapeake, Virginia. You don't want to miss it.
Absolutely. You can also sign your young ladies up, Young Women Achieving Success Program. We are recruiting girls 10 to 17. You'll be able to sign your girls up for this wonderful program in Chesapeake, Virginia, 1765 Military Highway, and to help develop them as young leaders, as a support system and a sisterhood. Mr. E, also Bulvic, don't forget the game. We're going to give you more details about that this week coming up, and this evening if you join us on our show this evening, FYI After Dark. We'll give you information about Bulvic, about the books, about Crystal Community Anti-Bullying Rally, about Young Women Achieving Success, upcoming shows, on and on and on and on.
And don't forget that if you didn't get the football scores, they're posted or will be posted. They're all over. I want to give you just a few. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Chicago Bears 27-17. The Detroit Lions lost to the Seattle Seahawks in overtime, 37-31. Cincinnati Bengals lost to the Baltimore Ravens 27-24. Kansas City Chiefs beat Jacksonville 17-9. And the Houston Texans lost to Indianapolis Colts 31-20. The Atlanta beat Green Bay by 1 point, 25-24. Buffalo beat Las Vegas Raiders. Buffalo jumped on Cedric. They jumped you, man. They beat you 38-10. Tennessee Titans, they beat the Chiefs in overtime, 27-24. Arizona, tight ball game, and the New York Giants. Hey, congratulations to the New York Giants, 31-28. And don't forget the Rams. They also lost to the San Francisco 49ers, 23-30. Denver, they lost to Washington. Congratulations to Washington. And don't forget that Miami, they lost to Ezekiel 24-7. And the Dallas Cowboys, they beat the New York Jets 30-10. I want to let you know, Washington, since y'all beat New York Giants, since y'all beat them, we coming after them to get a hold of them also.
We can't wait, Mr. E. You all are doing quite well.
So I just want to say, all the Washington Commanders fans, y'all did good. Y'all pulled a rabbit out of y'all hat. Y'all was part musician. Y'all came to play. So, hey, look, I am so proud of you and your team, the Commanders. Magic Johnson and Rock and everybody else that's a part of your team. Now they got to bail you out and get you a place to call home.
Well, Mr. E, they may be on a roll. The Cowboys on a roll. Your division is doing quite well.
Well, our division is doing 100. We want to say congratulations to our division, because the only persons at the bottom of the totem pole in our division is the New York Giants. They are 1-1. Everybody else is a 2-2.
Well, we're going to keep watching. We are so excited anyway about sports talk. We're going to have some fabulous folk. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of things concerning sport. But Mr. E is going to tell you how you can be a sponsor, intern, or a special guest with FYI Radio Show.
If you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor of FYI Radio Show, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Again, that's 757-714-7861. Or you can inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Again, that's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. If you like to be a special guest, you like to be a sponsor, or you just like to be in the audience, we welcome you. Give us a call, 757-714-7861. Say good morning to Miss Crystal Hinton, Mr. Mark Howard. Good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in.
Sheila Robbins, all you all, thank you so much. Mr. E, who's playing this evening?
Well, this evening, tonight, you don't want to miss the game tonight. It's going to be a pandemonium game. I can wait because my team is over with. You got the Rams playing against the Cincinnati bingo on
Is it
tonight. No,
Bengals
no,
or the
no, no,
Browns?
no.
The Browns? I think
It's
the
Cleveland Brown playing against Pittsburgh tonight.
Yes, I'm
That's
going to be
right.
checking that
That's
out.
at 8:15. And New Orleans played against Carolina Panthers tonight also.
Oh, wow. We're going to be watching those games.
Yeah.
But God bless you all. You all are a blessing. Thank you so much for your support. We'll see you this evening at 6 o'clock p.m. on FYI After Dark. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
2 up, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, VA. Bye now.